Hello everyone. This is Tensi with another Diva transformation. So these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need some hair. And today's hair, we're going to be using the Kinky Marli Braid for this Diva's hair, some fabric, a 3D hat with some bling for the jewelry, a scissors, a glue gun, and some glue sticks. And we can't forget, she's going to be a canvas diva, so we are going to need a canvas. Before we get started, I just want to remind you of a few things. One is that I am now offering private tutorials if you would like to learn how to do different types of 3D hats or clothing, jewelry, anything diva. You may contact me at ihortensia@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to register you and to schedule you for a class or two. Trust me when I tell you, the people who are taking my tutorials, they are stepping their game all the way up to another level. I have seen some of my students, they are coming in, and yes, they're very creative, but when they see the potential of some of the things that they could do with these hats, and also the way how they could be creative in styling their diva and just taking it to another level, they are amazed. So if you want to be in on some of that action, I would suggest, because space is limited, you would want to contact me at ihortensia@gmail.com and let me know that you're interested in being a part of the private tutorials. Now, those of you who are wanting to like start a business with doing, different things, diva, this will be the tutorial for you. You get to learn and you go at your pace. I am just a facilitator. I'm showing you, we're both working together while we are doing these tutorials. We're having fun, we're talking, we're laughing, and the time goes by really quickly. So if you're interested, you know what to do now. I will be putting some of the information in the description box, so always check the description box. Okay, so this is what the diva looks like before adding anything. You see her, the fabric, you see the image of her. And so we are going to be transforming her. I am loving this so much. I can't wait for the finished product of this. I know that I'm going to have some fun. And so I wanted you to see what she looked like. And these are all the accessories and things that I am going to be using for this tutorial, including the canvas. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing that I am going to do, we're going to do her outfit, and then we're going to move on to her hair, and then her jewelry. And then we will put her on the canvas. So I have pre-cut her clothing just because I wanted to make sure that everything is right, and so that I'm not feeling rushed or anything to try and get her outfit to be on point. And so I am just going to glue this down, the fabric that I've pre-cut. So I will begin by gluing her outfit to the image. I'm just going to put some glue along this line. And just gently So I'm going to turn her around. I'm just going to, because I don't want to see any frayed edges, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm not seeing any fray. And then I just put a little bit more glue just to make sure that it wouldn't come up at any point. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of it. Because you want your work to look professional at all times. So I'm just basically making sure that it matches with the lines from the image, and then just making sure that the glue is at a point where it would stay. And that's it. And I'm just doing the rest of it because we don't need to have like frayed ends. That's not a good look at all. So again, I'm just doing it on the same here on this side. One of the things I'm most proud about is paying attention to details. You want to make sure that you pay close attention to the details because that's what people look at. That's what they are fascinated with, details. So now that I've glued that part down, I'm going to do the part for her hands, or her hand, this one. I'm going to leave a little spot for her to, and I'm just going to do this real quick. Just a little spot so that I could fold it. So again, eliminating any frayed edges. So once I fold it, it will eliminate that. So I may just need to put a little bit more glue. And then we should be good to go. Voila. Good to go. So we don't have to sew anything. One of the things I wish that I had done when my mom had encouraged me to take like sewing in my younger days, I wish I had taken that, but oh well, it's a little bit too late for that now. So we have finished with gluing, well, not gluing down, but let me do this part. So we are finished with gluing her. And then while we're at it, we might as well put this piece, the jewelry piece on. And I got these from Amazon. It came like in a bulk. And I'll put the description or the link in the description. This is what it looks like. Got it from Amazon. And so I thought it would be a nice addition to some of the divas, especially when they're all dressed up. I like to see the divas all dressed up, blinged out, and all. So I'm just going to put like a bracelet right in this area. And then that would be that part. And then I'm going to also add a ring. So I'm going to use this bling for her ring. And it's not her ring finger, but we're going to put a ring on that finger. So I just need a little piece of this just to kind of give her a ring. Let me see if it's, yes, it's a little bit too big or long. So I'm going to cut it down some. Cut it down just a little bit more. Kind of eyeball it a little bit. Yep. Yep, exactly. So this is self-adhesive rhinestone. And this is also from Amazon. And it comes in a sheet like this. And all I'm going to do is peel off the back end of it. And then I could place it on the diva's finger. So because it's so small, you know how it is. It may give you a little challenge at first, but it's up. All right, so I'm just going to place it on her finger. And voila, let you see what she look like. Here we go. You see that bling? Her bracelet and also her ring. And we could also do her earring while we at it. Her earring will be kind of long because her hair is long. And I want to be able to see at least a little part of her earring. So I'm going to leave it the length that it is. And I'm just putting some glue. And then her earring is done. So now all we have to do is her hair, hat placement, and then place her on the canvas. So this is what she looks like with her earring. And then she has her outfit. Her makeup is already done. So the only thing that's left, like I said, her hair, her hat, and then to glue her to the canvas. So the hair comes like this, right? And like I said before, it's the Marli, the Kinky Marli hair that I'm going to be using. So it comes like this. I'm not going to use all of this because there's no need, really. It's bulky. So I'm just going to look for the halfway mark of the hair, and then I'm going to cut it. So right now I'm just looking for where the half of it is, and then I'm going to just cut it down the middle. So I think this is about the halfway mark. And so now I'm just going to cut. And voila, it's done. And so this part I'm going to put here. And then the other part, I'm just going to put it here for a minute. So you notice that we're doing all of this before we actually place her on the canvas. So that's because usually I do that with just about all my divas. I do all the hair, their jewelry, their clothing before I put them on the canvas because it's easier to me. Now, somebody else may think that it's a little bit more challenging, but I like to do it this way. So I'm just going to make sure that the hair is placed at the length that I want it to be. And basically, I wanted to cover up part of her clothing. So this is one of the reasons why I have it the way how it is. So I'm just going to turn her around because the most important thing for me to do is to be able to cover. We're going to cover her hair, but since we're the hat, we want to make sure that the hair is glued to the image of the diva because the hat is going to go over it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to get it as perfect as possible to just in case you just never know what might happen in the future. And I want to make sure that none of the hair will come undone. So to make it even quicker, I am just going to make a straight line like so. Make some lines on the image with the hot glue gun. And then I'm just going to put the hair down and just apply some pressure. Make sure all of it is on the image. The hair is glued to the image. That's the most important thing. We want to make sure that all the hair gets glued. Even though we're putting on the hat, we still want to make sure that the hair is not lifting. So you may have to put some glue like I'm doing now. Just be careful with the glue because it is hot. But we want to make sure that all the hair gets glued. So I just wait a couple seconds, then I apply some pressure, and that will ensure that all the hair is on the image, is glued on the image. I want to make sure every part of it is. So here we go. And that's all I'm doing. I want to see her eyes. That's important. So I'm just going to put a little glue on this side, just so that I could see her eyes when we're finished with the style. So here she goes. Stick up the excess glue that accidentally got hair. Because y'all know how I feel about glue marks, right? By now, everybody who has looked at my videos will know that there are a couple things that gets on my nerve is getting burned with hot glue. And actually, it has everything to do with glue. And getting burned with hot glue, that's one of my things. Don't like it. And then the other thing is glue marks. I can't stand glue marks. So that's important to me to make sure that things are done and they're done correctly so that we don't have to see those glue marks. So just make sure that your hair, check it, really make sure you check it and make sure every strand is glued so that you're not embarrassed when you put the hat on, that some of it is coming on undone. So I'm just making sure that all the hair is glued to the image. Apply a little bit of pressure and voila. And with this, with me doing this, the hair like this, it eliminates us having to go through every strand of the hair like I did in some of my other videos. As you get better at it, you will realize that there's some tricks and tips that you could use to make it go by really quickly. And you don't have to spend like days or hours doing one project. So this could save on some time by just by gluing like the bunch all at the same time. Because the hat is going to hide any flaws that you have made. The hat is going to cover those. So why worry about it? Why stress out about it? Doesn't make sense to me. So now we're going to check to see like the hat placement. We're going to check the hat placement. And this is what she looks like now with her hair. We're not so worried about this part because the hat is going to cover it. This is the most important thing. Just making sure that all the hair is glued to the image. And I want to be able to see her eyes. So I'm just going to put some more glue in this area. Hey, come back. All right. There's like a little bit of glue that just... And the good thing about this type of paper, and this is one of the reasons why I use the photo paper, because it's so forgiving. Like, you could take this glue up and it wouldn't leave the marks and stuff. That's what I like about this paper. You just gently try to take it up though. You can't be rough on it, but just be gentle. And here we go. All right, so there we go. We are done. Just making sure that everything. And so now let's look at what the hat will do for this. Just making sure that all the strands look like they're, meant to be. You want to make sure everything is on point and that it was meant to be like how it is. So now I'm going to take the hat. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and glue her to the canvas first before we put the hat. So this is what she looks like with her hair, with her clothing, with her jewelry. Everything is straight. All right, so let's do the canvas. Okay, so I've put her on the canvas, and just so they could see like how far I need to adjust the hat or even adjust the diva, the image of the diva. Come on. Apply some pressure, and then we'll be good to go. This is all we're doing. All right, so now that she's glued, except for this little piece, which I'll do after, just checking it to make sure. I want to see her earring. So let's go ahead and put this over here so that we could see just a little dot to keep it steady so that it doesn't move all over the place and we not be able to see it. So there she is. We could see her eyes. So now we just need to do the hat. And like I said before, I'm going to glue. I'm thinking whether or not I need to cut down the hat a little bit. Just so that I'll be able to see everything there is to see about this diva. I really want you to be able to see everything about her. Her eyes. See, if I do it this way, you'll be, yeah, I think we could leave it like how it is. I think it's going to be fine. All right, so this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. Glue this area. Just apply a little pressure. And then I'm just going to go around and do the same thing. Apply a little pressure, put some glue and apply pressure so that the hat could stick. So making sure that it sticks really well. One thing I like about this hat is it keeps its shape. No matter what you do, it keeps its shape. And that's because I use a tin can and some rubber bands. And that helps the hat to have a nice shape to it. So I'm just going to go around, continue going around. And I'm just going to leave this part where we can see her eyes. And I'm going to just glue this area to her hair. So I need some more glue stick. So you see, we're able to see her eyes. I need to keep the pressure on this for a minute. Like so. Just keep the pressure. You just keep the pressure here. And that way, we could see her eyes, we could see everything that we need to see. And voila, there you have it. You see her? Ain't she lovely? All right, so we just have one little piece, this little piece that I had pre-cut. Continuation of her her blouse, her shoulder. You could actually see it, her shoulder. And then we will be finished with her. And this will be one for the books. My first time doing a Caucasian Diva. And I hope I did a good job with her. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So let me make sure again, this is the right way that I'm gluing this piece down. No. How did I do it? Let's see. I think it was this way. Yep. So I'm just going to glue this part. Didn't need a whole lot. So here she is. And she is finished. So for those of you who are still kind of on the fence about wanting to try these divas, it's just about creativity. You could do as much as you'd like, be creative. You could have fun. This is about having fun. This crafting thing is about having fun. Nobody you know is judging you about how much fun you want to have while you craft. It's up to you. You do you while crafting. So we have finished with this tutorial. I can't wait to get some feedback on it. And so until next time, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also, please turn your notification bell on so that you'll know each time I upload new videos. All right, so until next time, happy crafting.